Well, well, well. So that cockerhead cracker Klansman, Petey Kegsbreath, wants to deploy 500 more National Guard into the streets of D.C. That's his solution, dear, for the problem that they've created up there. Doubling down on dumb today. Yes. It didn't work the first time, so clearly we've got to just do it again. How does that make sense? I just want to remind everybody today why those 2 National Guards are fighting for their life in critical condition that were illegally deployed in D.C. On November 13th, Jacob Hill, a National Guard from my state of Alabama, lost his life, honey. He wasn't even on duty. He shouldn't even have been there. He was illegally deployed. But now we're going to illegally deploy 500 more into the streets of D.C. And words matter, honey. There's something you need to understand about that cockerhead cracker Klansman. Yes. He couldn't actually work his way up the ranks of the military to earn the position that he's been given today. Oh, no, because he had a proclivity for violence. Not very smart, Petey. Couldn't actually do the book work that it took. Not in any kind of way. He thought being part of the military just meant you got to blow brown people away. That's all he got in there for. And I can prove it to you, because words matter, dear. Freudian slips, specifically. When Petey was up there on TV, he was talking about how this little incident today has done nothing more, and I quote, but stiffen his resolve. What a weird word to use. This incident has done nothing more but stiffen your resolve. You see, it excites Petey. The idea of getting out in the streets and blowing away anybody he wants to. Violence excites him. That's why he forces himself on women, honey. That's why he can't hold his liquor. That's why he beats up people in bars. He was excited. He wasn't heartbroken. He wasn't devastated. He was aroused by the idea of bringing more military into the streets and being given a green light to use force. Emergency force. It stiffened him. That's the only word you needed to hear today. Right? Two National Guardsmen are in critical condition fighting for their life. One National Guardsman is not alive today. And his answer is to send more National Guard into the streets of D.C. to put more service members' life on the line in their own country for no need. And we'll never know the truth. Mark my words. Mark my words. The suspect from today will just mysteriously pass away. You won't get to hear anything about him, dear. How convenient. How convenient after a judge rules over and over again that the deployment of the National Guard into the streets of D.C. was illegal, honey. In every kind of way. How convenient the day that we learned that the Vice President of the United States, along with Daddy's closest and best friend, Mr. Steve Wackoff, committed treason with the foreign government. How convenient. How convenient. Why, he's losing cases all across the place for deploying the National Guard, dear. Because there was no emergency. How convenient to be able to declare an emergency today. I'm just saying, honey. Very convenient indeed. In the times we live in, it's going to take a whole lot not to convince me. I'm not even going to say it, because you already know I don't trust them. Now one of them, especially the orange hoe.